Welcome to another action-packed episode of Badminton Unlimited. On this week's show, we'll recap the winning moments and hear from the champions of the Fuzhou China Open 2018, the last Super 750 tournament of the year. The season-ending HSBC BWF World Tour Finals is just 4 weeks away, and we continue our build-up by featuring the favourites to lift the mixed doubles crown.
其实一年比赛下来，就最后的一个目标就是参加总决赛吧。所以说能拿到这个名额的话，我觉得还是非常开心的。
And we speak exclusively with one of Europe's brightest young stars, Ireland's Nhat Nguyen. Fuzhou China hosted the final of the 5 Super 750 tournaments last week. An important stop for players trying to accumulate valuable points to secure a place at the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals in Guangzhou. And the host nation was represented in 3 finals, being assured gold in at least one, the mixed doubles, as their top pairs Zheng Suwei and Huang Yachong and Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping locked horns in the title match. In a topsy-turvy encounter, each pair easily won a game, leaving plenty of drama for the decider. At 8-all, Wang and Huang upped the ante to open a 4-point gap, and it looked like the world champions were on course for their first defeat in 4 finals against their compatriots. But a run of 5 consecutive points helped them regain their composure, and in the end, it was the top seeds, Zheng and Huang, who prevailed, 21-15, 11-21, 21-19.
我觉得就是在我们就是在遇到一些困难的时候，或者是第3局就是大比分落后的时候，我们还能彼此相信队友，然后能够有这个信念，然后去觉得能把比分追回来，这样。
In a repeat of the final in Denmark last month, Kento Momota took on Cho Tien-chun for the men's singles crown. The Japanese raced through the first game 21-13 in 19 minutes, only for Cho to repay the favour by clinching the second 21-11 in the same duration of time. The Chinese Taipei player kept pace with Momota at the start of the decider, but at 6-all, the top seed moved up a gear and never looked back. A 21-16 win in the third secured his 5th consecutive win over Cho this season.
フランスオープンで、チェンロン選手に負けて、今回勝つことができたので、すごく自信になりました。やっぱりネット前の勝負が、ネット前を制した方が勝つと思ってたので、ネット前からのショットを、上で触れたのが良かったかなと思います。
In the women's doubles final, world champions Mayu Matsumoto and Wakana Nagahara earned 2 game points against Lee So-hee and Shin Seung-chan at 2018. However, the Japanese failed to convert and eventually lost the first game 21-23. The Koreans had the upper hand in the next game, leading 18-13 when Matsumoto and Nagahara threatened a comeback with a run of 4 straight points. But the more experienced Lee and Shin withstood the Japanese assault to win their first title this year and also their first in 11 months.
일단 올해 제가 부상 때문에 많이 좀 주춤하고 이제 부상 복귀해서도 계속 또 부상이 오고 해가지고 경기력이 한동안 안 올라왔었거든요. 근데 이번에 그 어려움을 딛고 우승하게 돼서 정말 기쁜 것 같고 끝까지 버텨준 승찬이한테 고맙고 계속 끝까지 믿어주신 코치 감독님한테도 너무 감사하다는 말 꼭 드리고 싶어요.
Nozomi Okuhara was the favourite to win the women's singles title, having never lost to her opponent Chun Yu-fei in their 3 previous meetings. But to the delight of the home crowd, Chun came out firing on all cylinders to claim the opening game in just 19 minutes. The Chinese 4th seed, who took out former world champions Ratchanok Intanon and Carolina Marin in the earlier rounds, showed no signs of slowing down. She displayed unwavering resolve to secure the win 21-10, 21-16, and so breaking her finals jinx to lift her first title this year.
我觉得算是一个不小的突破吧，就是之前可能都比较可惜，然后我觉得这一场自己发挥得比较好。
China's third and final gold medal hopes rested on the shoulders of the 20-year-olds He Jiting and Pang Jian. Her and Tan engaged top seeds Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo in a seesaw battle. After a pulsating opening game that went to extra points, it was the Chinese duo who came through 27-25. However, order was restored in the next two games as the Indonesians found their composure and range, winning 21-17, 21-15 to clinch their seventh tour title of 2018.
We are very happy to win again here, but still get many tournaments in front as prepare again and learn also from our mistake.
Next stop on the HSBC BWF World Tour is Hong Kong, and we'll be looking ahead to that tournament later in the show. Out of the 13 tournaments played this year, Zheng Suwei and Huang Ya-chong have won 8. Since capturing the Total BWF World Championships 2018 crown in early August, they've won an astounding 5 out of 6 tournaments. Their only loss was a retirement due to injury at the Victor Korea Open 2018. Needless to say, this top Chinese pair has already qualified for the year-end HSBC BWF World Tour finals. Another prestigious title that's on their radar.
其实一年比赛下来，就最后的一个目标就是参加总决赛吧。所以说能拿到这个名额的话，我觉得还是非常开心的。
因为总决赛是代表了一系列就是一年的比赛，谁的表现更加稳定才能够参赛，所以我们很开心能够参赛吧。目前最后一个目标也是想打好今年总决赛。
做好自己吧，就是说在每一局每一分上，我觉得都是相对来说都比较重要吧，因为是打小组赛，然后出线这样子嘛，所以每一分都比较重要吧。
它可能没有奥运会世锦赛这么的有含金量，但是我觉得这其实是代表了就世界上最高水平的8队，然后来打这个比赛，我觉得其实对我们来说意义也是很重大的。
就算广州，就是说，如果说没有拿到冠军，但是也不能否认我们这一年下来，就是说一年下来的一些成果吧。
玩我们也没玩过，我们都没有时间去玩。
我们只是
对去参赛啊，
去这样子。
特色就广东有很多早茶什么，对，吃的特别好吃。它可能就是整个气候会比较暖和，因为在年底12月份，在中国很多地方都已经很冷了，它那边应该是。 比较暖和的，
相对来说会好一些。
我们在广州的汇丰 BWF 世界巡回赛总决赛见。
Nhat Nguyen is Irish badminton's next great hope. The 18-year-old prodigy is one of Europe's best junior players, having won gold at the European Under-17 Championships. Born in Vietnam, Nat's badminton journey began when he moved to the Emerald Isle, aged 6.
I came over when I was 6 and with my parents, and just looking for like a new life, really, and I started badminton because of my dad. He was just a local club player, and I just joined along them like any other kid. I just followed my dad anywhere, and at the start I hated badminton, to be honest, because I didn't really like the sport. But then as I kept playing, I started liking it more and more. When I started beating the other kids, I started liking the winning feeling. Like, I didn't enjoy it, but I was winning, so why not win? And I feel happy when I win, so that's it. My daily routine would be I get up at 5:45, breakfast, and then I have to get the bus to training. and we train from 7 to 8 with John. Just me and John, so it's just individual, so it's very good focus on myself. And then I go to school after, and then I come back. After school, I come back and train again. So it's very tough. It's a very tough life, but I personally enjoy it, and I wanted to do the early session. I said to John I wanted to train earlier tomorrow morning. It was me that made the decision, so it's my choice to put in an extra hour. Outside of badminton, so after I finish training, I'd probably eat, sleep, and go to training again. It's not that interesting, but I like the life that I live now. If I had to summarize my life, it would probably be 90% of badminton. Everything is just badminton. I'm kind of addicted, but yeah, everything's just badminton. I can't really explain it. I just enjoy what I do. So recently we're just focusing on developing my patience on course, so just longer rallies, or we're working 2v1 long rallies. I'm quite an impatient person then, because sometimes I want it too much, and I make really rash and impulsive decision on court, really just going for it when it's not on, basically. So he's making the routines longer, so I have to be more patient. I can't use all my energy during the routine. And I started out to meditate. Yeah, I started doing some meditation. I just found out it was it's good for my focus and good for the patience as well. I've heard a lot of people meditate, all the big superstars. Like I know LeBron James does it and all them. And so if it helps them, why can't it help me? So I just looked at it as a step forward, just improving myself, really.
Time for a quick break here on Badminton Unlimited, but stay with us as we continue our conversation with Nhat Nguyen and bring you the best of the action from the Ning BWF World Junior Championships team finals in Canada. Earlier in the show, Nhat Nguyen spoke about his past and present in badminton. We now look to the future with the young Irish hopeful as he sets his eyes on the sport's biggest prize.
I am quite driven and quite stubborn as well, but I'm very determined on my goals. I think that comes from my family as well. My dad is very focused on his work and job, and so is my mum, and so is my sister. She was a weightlifter for Ireland, so she was doing well for herself, and so it comes from my family. I think we're just a focus-driven family. The legends in the sport that I look up to are probably Lee Chong-wei. He was probably my number one when I was younger, but as I grew up older, probably I watch every single legend, probably Lin Dan, Lee Chong-wei, Peter Gaeta, Taufik. But I'm a big fan of Kento Momota at the moment. So I do a lot of studying. I watch a lot of videos of them. I just learn different new things of them, what they do really good, and what I can put in my game. I just want to improve my game as quick as possible. I'm putting a lot of hours in. I want to put more hours in since I'm finished school now. The next goal for me is probably World Juniors, so I'll be looking to medal in those. That's the next goal, short term now, yeah. Currently I'm ranked number 2 in the world in under-19s. So I think that was a big step forward for me, because I was always like top 10 or maybe like that. So recently I was very consistent with my junior results and very consistent with my senior results as well. So I've made a big step forward in the last 9 months in my game. The goal for the end of the year is to try to be number 1 Yeah, I think I'm quite confident. Very confident for 2020 in Tokyo is the next Olympic. I'm very confident that I'll be going to that Olympic, but to do well in that, it's a challenge that I look forward to. There's a lot of good players, a lot of good players. Some of the legends are still around, so it's a lot of good players to do well in. But I'm looking forward to the challenge and to give it my all, really.
The Ning BWF World Junior Championships 2018 descended on Canada last week, with 39 teams from around the globe gathering at the Markham Pan Am Centre to battle for the mixed team title. Also known as the Suhan Dinata Cup, finals day came down to a contest between China and Korea. 12-time winners China were gunning for a 5th consecutive title when they sent out men's doubles pair Di Zijian and Wang Chang to face Xin Thai Yang and Wang Chan. The Chinese pair started well to grab the first game, but Xin and Wang stayed defiant to pull an upset over the reigning Asian junior champions, with the final score of 18-21, 21-17, 21-16.
比较没达到我们的原来预期的状态，主要是上去也是对手都比较强嘛，就以拼的心态，没有什么策略，就是去拼对手。
A 1-0 lead to Korea, but the defending champions stormed back in women's singles through Wang Ziyi. Against Park Ga-yeon, the junior world #1 overcame a first game loss to take the next two, 21-23, 21-16, 21-10, and put China back in the mix.
第一局输掉以后，自己没有过多的想结果要输掉，然后更多的是想赛前准备的战术，在现有的情况下如何把它执行好。作为自己上场，一定是想为团队拿下这一分，所以自己在打的过程当中没有过多的去考虑他们前面输掉的比赛，更多的是想自己这一场怎么拿下来。
China's resurgence continued in the men's singles contest, with Youth Olympic Games champion Li Shifeng toppling lefty Choi Ji-hoon in straight games. After a strong start, Li needed to overcome his nerves in the second game, when Choi managed to save 2 match points. But just as the Korean gathered some momentum, his composure at the net failed him. Li clinching the 21-13, 22-20 victory, thus giving China a 2-1 lead.
第一局自己打的都没什么问题吧，然后第二局的话，自己一个开局打的还是太消极了，就是对手把节奏给放慢了，然后自己还是跟着他的节奏去打，然后自己没有把自己的那种速度去打起来，反而跟着对手就去打，然后就慢慢的对手也找到了状态。本来第一局打的都没问题，然后自己教练后面也叫我加快点速度啊，什么接发球要多往前站点，就多逼压他吧。
It was left to Liu Xuanjuan and Jia Yuting to secure the prestigious title against Zhang Yunxiu and Lee Jonghyun in women's doubles. It was make or break for the Korean tandem, and perhaps the pressure took its toll. Liu and Jia were rarely troubled throughout the match, as they registered a straightforward 21-14, 21-15 victory after 42 minutes of play. And with the win, China recorded their 13th victory at the World Junior Mixed Team Championships.
不管是在从这次比赛的马来西亚4进2碰日本和冠亚军碰那个决赛时候碰韩国，都碰到了很大的困难，也碰到了很大的冲击。我们每次比赛呢，都是靠一股精神面貌和意志品质去顶回来的。
Korea ended their campaign as silver medalists, while Indonesia and Japan shared the bronze. The action at the Ning BWF World Junior Championships 2018 continues with the individual competition this week. Following the conclusion of the Fuzhou China Open 2018, players travel more than 400 miles to Hong Kong for the last Super 500 event of the season. Here's our sneak peek of the tournament in 90 seconds. The first Hong Kong Open took place in 1982, and this year marks the 31st edition of the tournament. Starting on the 13th of November, the 6-day competition will be held at the Hong Kong Coliseum. In 2008, Wang Zhan made history by becoming the first Hong Kong winner in the women's singles discipline. Ng Ka Long followed suit in 2016, capturing the men's singles title. This year, the spotlight falls on Tang Chun Man and Tse Ing Sweat, Hong Kong's best medal prospects. Winners of the Malaysia Masters in January and the Macau Open earlier this month, the mixed doubles duo are seeded third, behind the 2 World Championships finalists from China. While 5th seed Jiang Nan will be looking for his 5th title here, having triumphed 4 times with previous partner Zhao Enlei. Another player looking to make history is Tai Tzu Ying. She's chasing a 3rd successive crown in Hong Kong and 4th title overall. Standing in Tai's way is 2nd seed and her conqueror at the French Open, Akane Yamaguchi. Pusalavi Sindhu is hoping to end her season's title drought after falling short in 4 final appearances, while 4th seed Chen Yufei will be looking to build on her winning momentum after ending her 2018 title drought in Fuzhou last weekend. With former champions, new challengers and local hopes in the mix, the Yonex Sunrise Hong Kong Open 2018 promises to be one of the most intriguing in recent memory. Since its inauguration at the start of the year, the HSBC BWF World Tour has taken the badminton world by storm. The excitement has spread to everyone connected to the sport, as well as the badminton enthusiasts working at the bank's main office, the HSBC Hong Kong badminton team.
When I heard about the HSBC sponsoring the World Tour, I feel very proud and also happy about it because we all love badminton, and this is actually our strength.
Badminton Unlimited brought its cameras to the bustling city and found out how these passionate amateur shuttlers are helping to drive the badminton narrative in their own way. Led by Captain Matthew Chan for the past 15 years, the HSBC Hong Kong badminton team has continued to enjoy active participation from the banking staff.
When I first joined the bank, it's already there, the badminton team, so I guess it's actually more than 30 years. And we actually got around like 20 people at the moment, and hopefully it's getting like more and more people will join our team.
My manager told me that's an internal badminton competition, so I entered it, and it happened to I came first in the tournament. And Matthew just invited me to join the team.
I joined HSBC just earlier this year in January, and I first know of HSBC through another colleague in my department who happens to be on the badminton team. But I think I really got into the team when I played for the HSBC internal badminton competition, which I won first in the women's singles event.
A regular participant in the country's various corporate badminton tournaments, the team has achieved steady success on the competitive front.
Been in the participating in the Inter-Hong for over like 20 years. So within the past like 15 years, I would say we always been the top 3 of the tournaments, which is very good for us. And then also we participate in the interbanks and also the corporate games as well.
While medals and accolades are always welcomed accomplishments, the team is essentially about nurturing a relaxed atmosphere for staff to share a common passion away from the office.
What's great about the team is you also get to catch up with colleagues amongst the banks, so it kind of gives you that incentive to also catch up with colleagues and chit-chat with the team members. Very warm and inclusive environment. We have, as you know, HSBC has many different departments and business divisions, so basically everyone is invited. So across the departments, as long as you work for HSBC, you are invited to play for the team or to come to us for practices.
With the HSBC BWF World Tour finals just around the corner, Matthew and his team are also set to embark on an exciting adventure themselves this December.
We also have a badminton team in Guangzhou, so we also are arranging a friendly match with them just to kind of like see how this level of different teams is, and also do a collaboration to share our experience on badminton as well as with HSBC.
Well, that's it for this episode of Badminton Unlimited. Join us again next week as we'll recap the action from finals day at the Yonex Sunrise Hong Kong Open 2018. Plus, we turn our attention to the individual competition at the Ning BWF World Junior Championships in Canada. In the meantime, remember to log on to the BWF fan site www.bwfbadminton.com for the latest news, stories and features on the sport. Bye for now.